God, you bless this land. Thank you for guiding us with your mighty hand.
So when Jamaican hear, say the country a lockdown. No say you like and no storm and come. This time no panic by and done. Them always alive with the shop shell down. But when them see me real enter Django, I'm in neighbor room the pango. You want see me real and come she a ball and I run up and down. And I say bad barrel, bad barrel, bad barrel. She come in at Jamaica, come back some Cheryl, yo. Bad barrel, bad barrel, bad barrel. She enter a key pint and skate through the grill. Yeah. Surprise you see a man pan a boat, na the middle of the street of East Kingston afloat. Is this a sickness or antidote? Na this time them a sport and things say a joke. One be trending now, one fuse scope.
Reporting live from Jamaica on Colaz TV network, a YouTuber that has done a lot in Jamaica. Can you hear me, sir? Yeah. All right, loud and clear. All right, let's try it again. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, man, loud and clear.
All right, respect. And tell the people, welcome to Culture Zone, covering New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and around the world. We cover Brooklyn, Queens, Jersey, all the places that you haven't walked yet, because you've been around. At least try to go around the world and those jets I see you flying around in. All right, so tell the people what Colaz TV. I see you helping a lot of young people and try to motivate them. So tell the people exactly what you do on the international media they call YouTube, no?
All right. So Colaz TV is basically an adventure channel, creative cooking. Is basically the backbone of the channel, and that has allowed us now to get a group of young people, as you know, you guys would have already been seeing it, and you know, provide work, provide a place for them, you know, off the street, and you know, support in terms of building them, you know, building their character basically, you know, shaping them, you know, to go out into society and become a better person. All right, and the channel has basically, you know, been running now for about 3+ years, and in that short space of time we would have, you know, done so many things, you know, to help not only the team members but also, you know, people in and around the community of Portland where we start, and you know, across other parishes in Jamaica, you know, recently even internationally, you know, as we have been to different, well, four different islands, country, you know, and basically just giving off the same positive energy.
All right, now as a youth growing up, what are some of the, I know growing up in Mandeville, you tend to have sometimes, if it's not from your parents, like say uncle or aunt or somebody with discipline, most of us youth wouldn't make it to this level. What are some of the problems that you had as a youth growing up? Did you grow up with mother, father, relative?
Okay, so basically, I grew up with my mother. My father died when I was 11, so it was basically just my mother and you know, my other siblings. So I had older siblings and two younger ones than me, and it was just basically us and, you know, persons in the community would, you know, of course, be a part of us growing up. But I wouldn't say trouble, apart from the fact that we were, let's call it, poor, you know. Apart from that, we were good. All
right, tell the listeners in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and world audience. I know you have about 2.3 million listeners or viewers on the channel, YouTube channel.
No, we don't reach that. Well, the Colaz TV channel itself, the subscription base is now at 150,000 subscribers. That's the amount of persons who, you know, get the notification every time we post a video. Those are the ones that subscribe. Of course, other persons would, you know, watch the channel who don't subscribe to the channel, but that's the subscription base.
All right, now that
150.
okay, now hurricane shaked up Jamaica in more ways than one, and I noticed that you went to St. Vincent before the hurricane started, sort of moving around, seeing what people are living on the other side of different islands are doing. But when you return to Jamaica, the hurricane hit. And I noticed that you were going through several streets that were basically blocked. And could you explain what some of that was like?
Okay, so right after the hurricane catch. Well, I was at home with my family when the hurricane came, and then but we in my area we never have much damage apart from the light that went. That was it. We never have much damage. But then where I usually do the videos, the adventures, that's in Portland. So I had to drive, around the junction. That's my normal route to get to Portland from Kingston. So the day after the hurricane, I decided that I'm gonna drive down, to ensure that everything was okay from that side, because we couldn't get in contact with anybody over there because they were without light, and phones were down and all of that in terms of connections and all of that. So I had to physically drive. So when I went, the whole of Junction Road was blocked. So we left out like around 7 in the morning, and we never reached to Portland till about after 2 or so. So it took a whole lot of time, but persons were there clearing the road basically, and that was the entire junction going into St. Mary and then going into Portland. When we got to Portland, a few minor stuff, nothing major. Nobody never lost their homes or much of their roof by that side. It was just mainly like fruit trees, so breadfruit, banana. So I would say the farmers would have, basically feel it more, over that side. But of course, other parts of Jamaica, like for example Saint Elizabeth, they lost basically, so much, including their homes and roofs and all of that.
Were you shocked to see that most of the street cleaning and chopping and clearing was basically by residents? Did you see any government officials or the units out, or any kind of heavy equipment clearing the streets? Do you see more civilians than you see government officials?
Yeah, there were more civilians working. I did see, however, a few officers, a few police officers. So big up to the police. Them I did see maybe around five or so police actually there working as well. One of them were using a chainsaw. Others were using shovels, cutlass to chop the tree roots and all of that. So yeah, it was just some police officers along with the civilians. There were no other government agent or entities there at that time.
All right. Did you happen to go through Holland Bamboo? I know you had your truck. You were going through with trying to do some public service with the materials you were carrying. Did you have to go to Holland Bamboo at all?
No, we never went to Alan Bamboo. Actually, we went down to we went down through Spur Tree Hill, and then yeah, so we never get that far because we never go to Black River and those area. We went to Treasure Beach, which it would have been before we get to Alan Bamboo, so we never experience that side.
All right. Now, Bonksy, explain to the audience. They seem to, some of them, once they leave Jamaica, they sort of realize that there are few people, or there are some people, not necessarily missionaries, but in our case, we are public servants. No, explain some of the reason why you got a truck, got a bunch of zinc, and attend to go door to door assisting our well-needy residents.
Okay, so basically that's my nature. A part of who I am. Like I like to, give back to the people. Um, yeah. So the channel basically has, you know, it's so well the people who are the persons who basically bill us, right? So it's only fair for us to give back, even though not many persons in that era was familiar with us, on YouTube, but we are still one people. It's still, our Jamaica. And when we saw the devastation, that they went through, when we saw that, persons roof, like 90 to 100% of the roof gone, I just decided that, I'm gonna load up some zinc and some zinc nail. All of that came first from my pocket. I just decided, say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can get probably 100 seat of zinc and some zinc nail, and I'm just gonna go and just do what I have to do. And that's exactly what we did. That was the first time, and then the second time after we posted the video, many persons saw the video. Persons who are living overseas, but they are Jamaicans, other persons as well who are not Jamaicans, like Caribbean people. And, they just wanted to help basically when they saw the need of the people and how badly, Hurricane Beryl would have affected them, you know. So, yeah, that was just it. It was, just, let's say, the human side of us, reaching out to people.
All right, so live from Jamaica, the great Colors TV via YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Are you? What's your location right now for those who are in the tri-state area? Want to know?
Okay,
Are you
so
Kingston?
right now I am in Kingston. Actually, I'm downtown. I'm in the car talking to you at the moment. Yeah, because I have
Real,
my Colombian friend.
real people things, right?
Repeat?
Real people media.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Real.
man.
So what? So for those who haven't gone to the channel, remind them of where they need to turn up when they try to catch you.
Okay, so for everybody who's listening right now, you can follow Color Smith TV on YouTube. Just type in Color Smith TV. You can subscribe. So like I said, the backbone of the channel is based up around creative cooking. So we'd go, around Jamaica, around Portland mostly, because that's where we do most of the adventures, and we do creative type of cooking. So not the usual Jamaican traditional cooking. We kind of break the rules when it comes to cooking, and we kind of mix different things that persons would normally put together, and we make a meal from it. And then we have like subscribers. Those are the persons who watch the channel, come down, be a part of the adventure, and just experience with us the joy and the natural nature of the outdoor creative cooking that we do. Sometimes we are at the river, sometimes we're at the seaside, we're up in the hills, so many things. So if you want to see what we are all about, just go on YouTube and type in Colaz Smith TV. That's Colaz Smith TV.
All right. Now, often, people that on radio or sports or, they usually overlooked or, like I said, somebody like I said, what they call it, startup media, like yourself. Do you think that, public officials should reach out to people trying to do things, or you rather not, you rather do it on your own?
Well, I wouldn't say I rather do it on my own because, well, the Bible tells us that together we stand and divided we fall. So, the more persons can come on board in terms of like, any whether private businesses or government officials, they see what we're trying to do or what we're already doing and they want to support us. We welcome it because, the people who we are trying to, give back to or make it better for them, they would have gotten a stronger support opposed to, Colaz Smith TV, which is just, a small YouTube channel coming up. So if we join forces with other persons and they see the need and come together, then we can do more. So yeah.
Yeah, well, like I say, I'm proud of what you're doing. I mean, I got into radio fresh in high school and college, and even after the military, it's something that I feel that I should, something I should get involved in. And just seeing you trying to motivate the youth who may, probably can get maybe a civil service job or just get a trade, because we have a program along with Sosobone, which has been roundtable here about 4:30. We're talking about the fact that they should train youth out of the primary school a special farming program and pay them the going rate, or pay them even better than the going rate in Jamaica to farm, because I'm sure it's going to be a great need for farming. Do you see any outreach about after the hurricane? The talking, somebody was saying that the government have insurance. You see, you've heard anything about government giving out insurance money to people who lost their roofs? Any talk in Kingston or the general TV?
Well, I am not sure personally right now. To be honest, I am not sure. Maybe they do, because I remember once when I was young and we experienced Hurricane Ivan. I think it was. Some person would have benefited from government in terms of I'm not sure if it's insurance or what it was, but I remember some person got some stuff from the government. But this
The
time
word, the
around,
word is out. The word is out that they have $1 billion, as gone to what I heard from the wire, the news wire. The government says $1 billion out to assist people. So, I'm sure at some point I'll see it on your network if they're actually going to be out giving out funds or letting people know how they can get money to fix their roof. Because, like I say, if as I was watching your network yesterday, some people need as much as 20 zinc to cover
yeah,
their roof, and you could only give some people 5 or 7 or whatever the case might
right,
be
right.
to cover their bedroom temporarily until they got some assistance. But do you see anything trickling down fast enough for the people? Usually at election time, they come around and say they want to do this and that.
Yeah.
But the government seem to move very slow.
All right. So me personally, well, I've never voted a day in my life, and I don't plan to, because my reason for doing so, I don't see a suitable government for the people. I am not in favor of any other parties. So and really and truly, it's been a while since I've watched TV, like regular TV, to see what's going on the news. So I'm not sure as it relates to whatever the government is planning to do. But if that is the case, then that would have been a good that would be good, because the people really need it. I was there on the ground in the communities, meeting the people, listening to them, and basically it was so heartbreaking, to know that some persons lost everything, and we could only give them like 10 sheets of zinc, 5 sheets of zinc, 7 sheets of zinc, which that won't be able to cover. But at least we tried, and hope that the initiative would have draw other persons towards venturing
Well,
and giving
I
just
was
the
watching
same.
you yesterday. I was watching yesterday as you sort of went to St. Elizabeth region to assist people, and while you're driving around, I think maybe I saw one light company pass you. That was it. I didn't see any other heavy equipment coming around to assist anybody, or trucks, to deliver
No.
anything, up to standard. And the process is too slow when it comes to government versus the people. And if they run election today, I think it'll be landslide. The people definitely vote against whoever party is in power,
Yeah.
because people are really hurting. And no matter what they tell them on television, it's still not reaching the ground level.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because when we were there, as you rightly said, we only saw one person. I think it was JPS, trying to to fix. But based on what I see, based on what I saw both this week and last week, to the extent of the damages of the poles and the wires that are down, I don't see them getting light anytime soon, maybe next month. you know. So really and truly, like if we would talk about the government, I feel like they should, focus focus, a lot of attention down that side right now, in terms of getting the people supplies and also helping them to rebuild, as quickly as possible because, like you can only imagine what someone have to go through knowing that they, they're not on a light, they're not on a water, they're not the house is without roof. So if the rain fall, you know, they have to be staying with other persons or all up in shelters or whatever it is. That kind of uncomfortableness, is really, really, really something that need attention urgently. So the government really need to step up because, as the people said, if election or when election time they come and they basically lift up the whole persons who can't even walk for go vote, taking them to the polling station. So them need to do something for real. Yeah.
I heard. I think I saw Ground God, which is one of your team members, no?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think when a general election, no? They came around to the beach where I think you were trying to, where you're assisting your visitors from abroad, no? Which you
Right.
usually do.
Yes.
And I think the government should actually, um, you know, you know, work with people like you to, because you really building a image for the country that they don't usually see because some people go to Jamaica and they go to all inclusive. But your people, the people that watch you on Colors TV, basically come to see you to go by the beach or waterfall or go inside the country. They're not interested in going in an all-inclusive hotel. They want to come with the real people like yourself in the hills and the valleys and see, really enjoy Jamaica from that level. How did you reasoning with people? Did you find that they appreciate that more than going into a closed in hotel all inclusive? They want to see the real Jamaica, right?
Yes, man. Yes, man. Persons have reached out to us many times. All right. Look at it this way. They are coming from first world countries, most of them. So they are used to the big fancy hotels, they are used to the pool, they are used to all of that. They want to they want to know the real Jamaica. They want to know the Jamaica outside of the Negril resorts or the Ocherios or the Montego Bay resort. They want to come in the countryside. They want to be a part of the preparation of the food. They want to get hands on. They want to hike to the rivers, get to the waterfalls, to the seaside. They want to see the bush as we would put it. I've had persons who basically reach out to me and say, "Hey, Colaz, you know, I'm gonna bring my sons. I want you to teach them to climb trees and all of that." So it's not just about going to fancy resorts and hotels and just you know enjoy a weekend, all inclusive, whatever, whatever. People want to come down, meet the people, interact, listen to the real raw patois as we would have it, and just basically just get down to earth as the real Jamaican people are down to earth, not just trying to put on a face card, like most of these fancy places.
Plastic, when it's a plastic smile, let's don't show her the teeth. Plastic smile now work. You know that one?
Yeah, yeah. People want
Because
people want to meet and experience the realness. One of the things that if you should ask any tourist right now, they would tell them to avoid coming to downtown or certain other places in Jamaica. But if you want to learn so much about our culture, you have to go to these places. You have to see the market. You have to, walk through the areas. And I'm not saying that, you're not gonna be smart in terms of your safety and security. But I mean, how can you try to tell persons that you know, stay away from our culture. Like, and you, and we are Jamaicans, right? That don't make no
Well,
sense.
we have in foreign that say them now go back. So I always tell them all the best, don't come back because we have a lot of Jamaicans and returning residents and those that never grew up in Jamaica that want to go to Jamaica. So Jamaica will miss summer or no, like I would say. Because like I say, if you don't know the value of your country, somebody know the value for them. You
Exactly.
understand me? Which usually happens when strangers start talking about how much they love Jamaica. That's when some of the bad one them who say them nah go back as Khan to Oliver. Wind up
Exactly.
loving, wind up trying to go and that sometimes it's too late.
Yeah, you know
You know?
the funny thing is, even Jamaican patois, even sometimes we get one and two comments on the YouTube channel that really like piss me off, like really, people saying, Colors, you need to speak proper English and this and that. I mean, I tell people, say, look here, man, patois is my culture, and I'm not gonna kill my culture to please anybody. That's why me love Miss Lou. Big up Miss Lou, may her soul rest in peace, because Miss Lou was one of the advocate for patois and the real Jamaica. Yeah.
Were you around, were you there to watch what's that? What that Dulcimina Life in Hopeful Village? Were you too young to watch that one?
Yeah, I don't know that one.
No, I want to say hi to a special greetings to Climber and keep up the good work in school and growing God, keep being yourself. And there's a lot of rumors about growing God, but we just want to say hi and stay strong. And T-Bag, Sacks, and J-Bud. I know J-Bud has done good for himself. He probably built his house faster than anybody else. What's the motivation behind J-Bud? And how come he is actually doing faster than the regular crew?
All right, so I think it comes down to basically what drive you as a person, like self drive, self motivation. So
Okay.
basically, yeah, so J Bud would have been, you know he wasn't necessarily a team member, but he has been a friend, right? And I basically showed, you know would have showed J Bud, Miss Little, basically everybody in my little circle, how to start up their YouTube channel and to, you know, build for themselves and whatever. But in everything, you're gonna have people who are more driven. Whatever motivates them to do what they do, you're gonna have that. So I think J Bud, Miss Little, and the others like Jimmy and those, they have that drive, like they know what it is like to push themselves, you know, because the Bible said, teach a man for fish, and you feed him for the rest of his life, but every day you give him a fish, then you're gonna have to continue and continue and continue. So me giving them that opportunity, you know, is something for them to take and build from that. And that's what I believe that, they have done for themselves so far. J Bud, Miss Lickle, the rest of them. The other guys who are on the team, they are doing for themselves, but the process might be a little bit slower than, but as I say, it comes down to self drive.
Done.
Yeah.
If you had an award, a special award for the Colors TV crew, um, would you say you'd have to want to determine would you create an award for the person I've shown the most motivation? I would just add more people to the team. What would you if you had to create an award for your team members? What would it be based on?
All right, so if I had to create an award, I'd guess I'd have to create like several of them, because each of them have their own little style and input towards the team. So when it comes to, let's say, the most hardworking, I'd have to give that to either Climb or Sax, right? Yeah, and when Grungal, she a comedian, so would have would have to have something for she as well. So it's something to think about, but would definitely have to do more than one when it come on to something like that, because each of them have their own little.
as I say, for pride, the pride of the country, I definitely have to give you award of that, and of high distinction. You know, they want to give distinctions to what they call it, governor generals and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
don't want to give you one of high distinction. Just a trying youth, you know. I think on the Trying Youth Club, I think you'll be standing, way ahead. Usually, when youth get as a television or they turn on television at one time, it was only most of the media from outside. But it brings me joy to know that I can turn to a channel like say YouTube and get people like you, independent producers that can show real people doing real things and not necessarily waiting and say government help or something like that. You know, you go door to door and show a guy that's laying blocks, building his house, a tradesman, and notice well that Socks, not Socks, but T-Bag's father work along with him, helping to build a house. I don't think most Jamaicans who have left the country get a chance to see any of this because, usually you hear say, why the youth them not do nothing. And
Yeah.
I want them to turn into your channel and see, remind them the channel again, no? So we can, before we think.
All right, so the channel again, the name is Colaz Smith TV. That's Colaz Smith TV. So you can find that on YouTube, right? And you just click subscribe, and everything that we post, you can get to see it. And there are a lot of contents on there that you can, just scroll through and watch. You know, so definitely go over to Colaz Smith TV and subscribe.
All right. Now, speaking of father and son team, I think J Bud have his, I think, who is that now? Somebody else have their father helping him, assist him as well. But T-Bag's father, O'Shane is another one that have his father, his uncle helping him out, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
O'Shane,
Yeah, yeah,
can
yeah,
you?
yeah. Yeah, man, I'm hearing
Yeah,
you.
I think his father helping him out as well. Is that true? Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, and then T-Bag and his father is helping to, helping T-Bag's father is helping him building his house as a youth. So those are things that I think need to be on main street media, but I don't expect that to happen anytime soon. But keep doing what you're doing because
Yeah,
I guess the word will get out, and if I see you trying, I'll definitely get that word out to the main street because
yeah,
all you get is that's a propaganda.
yeah, man, yeah, man. It's always, it's good. It's a joy to see. So right now, Papi building his house, T-Bag building his house, J-Bud basically finished building his. We built Sax house sometime last year, I believe. We're renovating Grongad out, one for Grongad, and that one is actually the house that I grew up in. So we're renovating that for Grongad. Um, in future, we plan to build for climb as well. So basically it's good because it give them, as I say, a sense of purpose, and to when everybody knows that having somewhere to say, hey, this is my house, and especially if you are one of the persons who work on there and know the hard work that you put in. At the end of the day, you feel more good in yourself, say, yes, this is mine. And you can sit back and you can look and say, yo, all of the hard work that I put into this is the outcome. You're looking at your beautiful home and all of that. So yeah, man, we definitely need more highlight for this. But as I say, Jamaican government kinda, I don't know what they are doing, but we out here doing our thing, and just hoping for the best.
All right, hoping for the best, and like I say, I appreciate the fact that you're out there doing something, and usually hear like you say, some people say, nothing the youth them now do nothing. But let's go to a part of your career where before YouTube, where you're actually a librarian. How did you make that transition?
All right, so I was so just coming out of college, I was a library assistant, and I honestly, I got into library. it's kind of a funny story because I was a track athlete back in high school, left high school, got scholarship to go to Excelsior Community College. I really never know what I was going to do there, but the coach said, hey, you know what? You have to find something to do because the academics have to match up with the athletics part of things. So at the time, I was looking through to see the courses that they offer, and somebody say, why you not try library because that kind of easy. So that's how I got into being a library assistant. And honestly, at the time, I was just doing it because, of course, you have to live basically. It wasn't something that I love, but I nonetheless do what I have to do and do it at the best of my ability at the time. So when um YouTube came about, that was like a passion for me because I always love filming stuff. I'm always recording. I used to go to church. I created Facebook for the church. I posted videos. I always used to do those things, just as a hobby. So YouTube giving me basically a career job and allowing me as well to create jobs for so many other people and showing them, you know, that they can do this for themselves as well, was a good thing. So
Well, if you had to say, well, right now I know they have a way to listen up on to what we're saying here, because New York is like a media capital, no? So this goes from New York around the world, 930am.com, WPAT, and also culturezoneonline.com, sosobone.com, sosobone.com, 24 hours. So you can always go back there and catch the conversation we have this evening or the reasoning on here. At least by tomorrow morning, the whole interview, no? That's sosobone, sosobone.com. Now, for the prime minister, more like somebody will tell him, no, if you had to tell him directly what needs to be done for the youths of tomorrow, not those that over 50, because they should have learned by now.
yeah,
but those youth between 9 and 18, because that's where, if you don't get them there, you're gonna lose them.
yes.
If you had to tell him, or if you had to run for prime minister yourself on a platform, what's the first set of things you have to do to get to those youth in the street?
Honestly,
Through school, through primary education, because that's where most of them come through.
okay. Well, they basically just need to teach the youths how to. Well, first of all, we need, as a country, we need to learn how to love each other. And when I say learn how to love each other, um Jamaicans, Jamaica, and it's so funny, but we as Jamaica, we don't master the art of love. So I think that's the first thing that we need to do. We need to learn how to love. We need to bring back the respect. All right, because basically, respect, love, all those things have gone. It's like it's a thing of the past. Nobody. I mean, you can't say a 10-year-old or 11-year-old or 15 or whatever age group. They not have no respect for nobody. They not have no love for nobody. And if you don't have that as a foundation, we kind of doom. So the government
Manners like they used to have.
have manners, right? So the government need to find a way now how to kind of bring back that. You know, right now, right now, I like me know say a lot of people might bash this, but some of the social media platform, like for example, TikTok and them thing there, it's really bringing a great damage, to Jamaica. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, they don't filter certain things. You have other social media platform that filter out certain things. Like you can go up on TikTok and see everything raw. You know, in terms of,
So, a young lady between 9 and 15 is already spoiled.
yeah, them already, yeah, them mentality, the mental state already, set. So if a sex that depend it, like it's just out there. So there's no filter again. So by the time they get to adult stage, the cycle just repeat because they teach that to their kids and their kids teach that, and the cycle just continues and continues. You know,
Well,
and
I'm glad you're trying to with your channel, trying to mold some of those ideas, whether it's through dance or media or what you're doing. Like I say, I appreciate what you're doing, and I say we have to control at some point the media that goes to our nation. Certain
exactly,
countries can put on what they want. It's like a
exactly,
satellite. You have the satellite, and everything comes in the country. There's no checks and balances on media. If you
exactly.
go to
So the
China,
government,
to other places,
yeah,
they can't.
yeah. So me personally, well, one of my thinking is once persons get into to politics, it come like it corrupt them because they are all in it for the money and for fat up them pocket. But if I was a government, let's say, if I was in government, then but I have to find a way of it to filter some of these things. So even if we're gonna have the TikTok or the whatever social media, I will have to find a way out to to filter out some of those stuff.
Some regulations.
Yeah, yeah, you have to have a shield around whatever your treasures. So you can't say Jamaica are your country, and as a leader of the country, you just open it up to basically anything
Everybody.
or everybody. No,
Yeah.
it can't be like that. You need to find a way to protect them and protect us, and that's how you're gonna to start. But the thing, if if you should check the background of all my team members, them, my teammates, Climber, Sachs, everybody. Like when we just start out with them, they were some of the most, what you call it, that's an indiscipline. Like look, if you look
Come
at
off in.
Climber, if you look at Climber now, Climber live with me now, and him he has come a long way. If you look at him when from in the beginning, and know him personally or ask persons who he was, they would have tell us say that the boy didn't have no manners, and he would have said anything out of his mouth in front of anybody and all of that. But no, he's a total different person. Sax just the same, like every talk Sax usually talk and bad word that come out of his mouth. Like some indecent language. Like literally after every sentence. But no, all of that changed. Because why? They respect me as a person and as a leader, and them know say, all right, listen, I don't like those type of things. So they try to cut it out and gradually. And right now, they're not perfect, but they have come so far in terms of, respect, not only for me, but other persons who are around, because I try to show them
All
that
right. So
this is it.
so on that point, we're gonna make this part one. So remind everybody how to go to the channel and make this part one live from Jamaica to New York and to the world inside Culture Zone, Colaz TV. So remind them where to go again. And we appreciate you.
All right, blessings again, guys. So remember, the channel is Colaz Smith TV. You can find us on YouTube. That's Colaz Smith TV.
All right. Now, is there a phone number that they want to come and go to Full Joy as a Full Joy, the really experience of you around Jamaica? Some people afraid to leave the airport because they hear so many things. I mean, they have enough shooting in New York City, but you don't hear them complain about because they live in New York. But once you come to Jamaica, me can't go there because too much violence. So, for those who want to go to real Jamaica and enjoy some time with you, give them a phone number. And they want to register with you or come around Jamaica with you.
All right, so the number to call is 350-5459. That's 1876 as the area code. 350-5459. That's a WhatsApp number. So you basically can send me a message or call, and we can line up, something for you, an adventurous day, by the river or by the seaside. We can go and cook, just to let you guys experience Jamaica.
The clock gonna cut us off. I'll remind them the phone number through the course of the program. But appreciate you. So this is part one. All right. Thanks a lot.
Blessings, blessings.